with Stuart Brisgell and David Solomon every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, noon Eastern. You think about it, we rant about it. Listen to us live on Facebook.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to the Rant Network Friday edition. I'm flying solo temporarily, actually, because Stuart is en route and should be joining us momentarily, hopefully very soon, actually. But it's Free Flow Friday, and Free Flow Friday means that I'm coming with my topic, he comes in with his topic, and frankly, neither of us actually know what the other one's going to talk about, and to see how the other one reacts and to see how you folks react out there in the marketplace. So we're looking forward to hearing from you all when you're ready to comment about what we're talking about today. So now, while we're waiting for Stuart, let me talk to you about a little bit about what I'm going to go after today. And really, it's just, I'm picking on a personality today. And I'm picking on one individual who I want to thank sincerely for really helping to expose two political parties in Canada. So for those of you who are not familiar, let me introduce you to the Member of Parliament, Jenica Atwin. Jenica Atwin was elected back in 2019 as the Member of Parliament in Fredericton in Nova Scotia. Let me tell you, folks, it was a big deal because she won, basically taking almost all of the votes from the Liberal incumbent, and she took all the votes and they won in a riding where people weren't happy with neither the Liberals or the Conservatives. She kind of was like the third party who snuck in. The NDP was shocked because they thought they were hoping to get in as the Socialist Party, but the Green Party candidate won. Now, let me tell you a little bit about what the Green Party is. For those of you who are not familiar with the Green Party, they're claiming to be an environmentalist party, a party that stands for, like I said, it is green, everything to do with Canada. One policy, they're a one policy party, except for one matter, for the most part. And if you look at all their policies, everything's about, we're going to fix the environment, government's going to pay for everything, government's going to pay for it, government's going to pay for it. And then all of a sudden they have this one policy that they talk about where they're now anti-Israel. They support the BDS movement. They support any anti-Israel legislation. So lo and behold, what is this Green Party that ironically is chasing up a country like Israel that, frankly, Israel is one of those countries that, hey, there's a big thing to do with the environment. They're huge with the environment. They should be aligned with it. But instead, they're not. Instead, okay, the party opts not to, care. So here's the thing. Why, frankly, is the party really caring so much about Israel? Well, it is purely anti-Semitism at its best. And it was demonstrated very, very, very nicely this past few weeks. What happened this past few weeks is really simple. And again, we go back to Jenica Atwin. Jenica Atwin decided that, let's be realistic, Israel is just in the wrong when it comes up to the issue between them and what happened recently in Gaza. In fact, she tweeted very, 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 very harshly about the fact that Israel is anti-Palestinian and needs to be eliminated. Her tweet, essentially, she had said, and I'm trying to find the quote here, and I lost my quote here, which is all wonderful. She goes, yes, no two sides to this conflict, only human rights abuses by Israel. And she accused Israel of pursuing a policy of apartheid. This is Jenica Atwin. Jenica Atwin came straight out and said that. Now, the party leader, okay, this is the irony of the whole thing, that the leader of the party, newly minted, Elizabeth May was the prior party leader, and she didn't care about Israel. She was so happy to hear about this boycott, divest, and what have you. But the new party leader, take a look at her. Do you see who she is? She's black. She's Jewish. Oh, no. That's already bad. She opted to say to everybody that, no, we are not going to attack Israel like that, and that the response should be more tempered in a two-direction. But instead, her party was pissed off at this leader. And now Jenica Atwin decided that she wasn't happy to be part of the party anymore, and she crossed the floor to join Justin Trudeau. That's right. Justin Trudeau's Liberals courted her across. Now, remember what I said at the beginning of this rant. Almost every vote that the Liberals lost went to her. So, wow, let's bring her across the aisle. Let's do that. We're going to win the next election because they're going to call an election relatively soon. So congratulations, Mr. Trudeau. You're sitting here telling everybody that you're not an anti-Semite. But lo and behold, it proved the anti-Semitism on the Green Party. Ha, ha, ha. The Green Party, we knew that. But the Liberals denied it again and again and again. And here they bring over, Ms. Atwin, and she was interviewed by Evan Solomon. No relationship to me, by the way. It's too bad. He'd be a pretty decent guy to have as a relative. And he came straight out and he said, just to be fair, when you treated end apartheid and you said, I stand with the Palestinians, you're calling Israel an apartheid state, are you backing away from this? And Ms. Atwin says, no, I certainly stand by what I'm saying. And so she said, I know there's a large caucus in the Liberal Party and there's a difference of opinions. I've been told, they've had very good, healthy discussions, debate about this. So I know I'm going to a place where I'm not alone in how I feel about this issue, and I will have that collaboration to work through it and come to an understanding. And so that's what I'm very much looking forward to. She won't name names, but she said clearly this. And again, Mr. Trudeau denies it. So now let me expose the fallacy of the government, the Trudeau government. Omar Al-Gabrai, the Minister of Transport, tried to ensure that former Toronto Police Chief and now senior Trudeau Cabinet Minister Bill Blair withdraw his support for the Walk for Israel parade. Faisal El-Khoury attended multiple events with the Syrian Social Nationalist Party. A foreign political organization refers to Israel as the Zionist enemy. And my member of parliament, Samir Zuberi, led a campaign at Concordia University on the grounds that the group compared suicide bombers who target and kill Israelis to white supremacists, and who issued a document in our writing recently supporting the Palestinians and putting Israel under a bus. So, folks, when I hear that the Prime Minister of Canada is saying, one hand, no, Israel's our friend, Israel's our ally, Israel's not an apartheid state, we're offended. But then he goes and courts the Green Party member across the aisle. What does he really care about? Nothing but himself. He only cares to get reelected. He only cares about himself. And he would care if he threw every Jew under the bus. And folks, if he's going to do it to the Jewish community, he's going to do it to every other community. So I want to thank my person of the day, Jenica Atwin, who exposed the federal fallacies here, how two parties can be so blatantly racist and not give a hoot. Stuart, welcome to the studio. We don't hear you, actually. Stuart, we don't hear you today, actually. I don't know if your speaker, your mic's working, but we don't hear you.
Let's try about now.
There we go. We're good.
Yeah. Nothing happens when you hit the mute button.
Concept.
Well, I'm having some nuts.
Because, well, you are nuts.
Because you are what you eat.
Apparently, yes.
That was actually a really good rant. and today is Friday, and it's Free Flow Friday, and it's been chaotic. You may know it's now officially a federal holiday in the United States.
Juneteenth.
Can I be brutally honest?
When are you not?
I don't know what Juneteenth is all about, other than that it's emancipation.
Well, I get that the point of the matter is that this is the day when slaves were freed, and they want to make this they want people to remember this as as a very important part of American history.
I think it is a very important part of American history.
I agree.
I think that it's something that needs to be recognized in some way or another. I mean, we have Martin Luther King. I mean, now we have Juneteenth. I mean, it's like any other progressive religion. It's slowly but surely will have its half a dozen that'll appear on a calendar. And in the next couple of generations, they won't even know why they celebrate the holiday. Because, the Progressive Party doesn't recognize what Martin Luther King did, because, Black Lives Matter, that's replaced the progressive movement in that caucus, doesn't understand. But, you're talking about ridings in Canada and about anti-Semitism and the Green Party. I mean, the Green Party is just another word for a progressive party.
No, the Green Party is not a progressive party. Actually, they're claiming to be a socialist left-wing party. There's no progression there. It's a one policy party that matters, and that's the environment, except when it comes to Israel, and then they get involved in foreign policy.
But again, that's part of the progressive movement. It's a component. It's a spoke in a wheel that is isolated as a single, like same like libertarians. You know, they have a single spoke in the wheel, and that would be the opposite of
call it what
socialist
you want.
party.
Call it what you want.
Yeah, no. So, but in this case, it's a progressive, and I think that most people should know what it is. I don't think, for the love of money, you're going to find a politician that actually truly likes Israel, unless they're a devout Christian. Because
actually, that's not true. I think I'm sorry, Prime Minister Harper. I give him credit. Is not a devout Christian.
Harper too, right? But Harper is a Christian.
But no, he's a Christian. He's not a devout Christian, but he's a man who came out and straight out and said that his father taught him from a very young age about the value of humanity and the right of honesty and to stand up for what's right. And if you ever want to read he said numerous times in speeches, and he's bent held to it, not just with Israel, but on many, many, many other different policies. Unlike other politicians, he had the intestinal fortitude to stand up to public opinion or to public swaying of the media.
Moral suasion. Yeah.
You know, in fact, quite a few politicians from different countries went up to him, you know, also, and with all respect, former South Carolina Governor Nikki Haley has the same philosophy.
Yep.
You know, but both of them are both of the same ilk, where they're both saying, and you know, hey, we do what's right, not what's popular.
Not they do what's right now for now and the future, and not what's right for just me. And right. And again, that's the fortitude, that's the political strength, and it's definitely a dying breed in both of our countries. I just wanted to take a moment, and again, it's Friday, it's Luz, it's a holiday, and in my few minutes, I want to talk about my personal gratitude towards everyone that tunes in every week. Officially, as of yesterday, the Rant Network is the Rant Network Incorporated. We have actually established as an official company, and that's a lot of thanks to you, the people who are listening and taking the time to hear what we have to talk about. And again, we're not professional broadcasters. We don't try to portray ourselves as them, nor do we feel that we're being held to any other level than accountability than each other. David and I have known each other for close to 45 years. And in that time period, we've gone after each other in so many different ways that if I'm to say an R word at a joint, he's going to beat me with a stick. And me as well, if he decides to beat,
Talk about flogging a dead horse here.
I like flogging, man. I'm a flogger. I got time on the wheel and I'm using it. But Rant Network Incorporated is what we're going to go under. We are going to, in the process, to get registered as a news agency to give us maybe some more access to some facts from different agencies. Not that we are an agency, but I want access to it. I want to be able to bring everyone in my few moments, just the facts, not the editorial. And I think that what's missing today in the world are facts. And I think people like to take snips instead of facts. And a snip is the few words that are between the facts and making a new fact of a snip. And David, I got to tell you, you're wearing a plaid collar shirt today. You've upgraded that Henley shirt. And I just want to say thank you for being my friend for over 40 years, and now my partner.
Thank you, sir. And I'm looking forward to a many, many, many more years of working together and being friends. And hopefully we'll get together once they open the freaking border. But folks, one of the things about the Rant Network, and you're going to see as we grow and as we evolve, it's not just about us. The Rant Network is going to be growing and expanding to the point where we're going to have others who are going to be joining our network, having the ability to have their own podcasts, the video podcasts. Stay tuned to hear about those details. This is not about a promo for us and whatever, but it's certainly a gratitude to my nut-eating friend over there and myself, who are just, we're really excited and real happy that you join us, sometimes every day, actually 3 times a week we were on, and or other days, and the feedback we're getting is absolutely phenomenal. I can't tell you how many people have been getting some great comments about, and the suggestions for rants, and sometimes Stuart and I scratch our head and what are we going to talk about. Now I got a list thanks to you folks of stuff saying, what do you guys think about this? And so imagine, if you will, right now where we're going with this, where we're going to talk about, it goes way beyond just politics. And I know we tend to talk politics, religion, and sometimes you guys say, oh, you talk about Israel and Jews, and we're going to go way, way beyond that. And if you listen to the rants, it's going to go forward. So folks, keep the comments coming. We've reached our quarter hour. We want to thank you all very, very much. We look forward to seeing you on Monday. And on Monday, as we get to the end of the week, imagine, if you will, guys, should nonprofit organizations be compensating their CEOs with commissions? Should they be making money? Are they really right? Is it the right structure to be a profitable charity or a profitable fundraiser?
David, that is a fantastic topic. I gotta tell you,
we're gonna be ranting about this on Monday, folks.
And hang on, and if anyone's got a favorite charity that they want to just pop out there, send us an email. What their favorite charity is. I will, at a later time, try and find out what does the CEO's compensation package actually looks like. I think we need to publish that, Dave.
Well, I'm going to tell you that stuff.
Great idea.
A lot of that stuff is public, but the debate is going to be, is it right? Should CEOs, did you hear about CEOs who actually make over $1 million and working in a nonprofit? Is that the right thing to do if you're a nonprofit? Monday, noon Eastern. Check us out on Facebook Live. Check us out on YouTube.com. We're there. Check us out on all your favorite places to get your podcasts on, and share, and share alike. We love you. Have a great weekend, everybody.